Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the 2026 DOB Tulsa Shootout Qualifier night tonight. We had all the heat races last night. The boys have earned points, set themselves up in qualifiers. Going to get started with the stock wing division. And last night, James Edens put himself atop the point total with his run in his heat race. Put himself at 125 points. Mason Hine at 118. Brennan Lacey at 115. And then a couple of guys at 111. Joseph Grandy and Graham Huffman. So, your top point getter, James Eden. And I know that he is out here. He is running around. He was up there on top of the ramp with the boys. There's the 52 car. Making that run down the ramp. Park at the end of it right there. We will have all four classes again tonight. We're going to start with the stock wing. Tucker, Strickler, Huffman, Edens, as they are going to do a 4-car invert, it looks like, for each qualifier. That's your front two rows in our first qualifier, and then they'll be joined 12 drivers in each one. Actually, that's not right. It's 12, 11, 11, and 11. If everybody made it. I see 33 drivers in here. I don't think everybody made it into this, because that was 40-something. Well, we didn't have 40 in any of the servers last night, except for the last one. I think Outlaw Non-Wing had 39 or 40 guys. But this stock wing category, we didn't have 40 drivers in this last night. Maybe some guys couldn't make it, and they will have, little to no points, because 38 is the total. And that's, let's see, 45-ish listed, but only 38 ran. So they're having their drivers meeting. They're going to explain to them how this is going to go. I think we're going to skip the heat races, or maybe they're going to go ahead and go run some of the heat races short, and then we're going to do the qualifiers manually. That's going to be tough on our pylon, folks. And I'm going to have to more pay attention to my live scoring than anything. But that is something that we probably better ask, because we are unclear. Getting a clarification so we know exactly how many laps each one of these. I think they're 20-lap qualifiers. I looked and I didn't see it listed, but I could have overlooked it too, because I know there was a special events. Yeah, I don't have that info yet, but I'm positive that I'll get it. Race control just going over the last minute details for these guys. They'll do this in every single one of the servers. We'll go to 4 different servers tonight. We'll do it just like we did it last night. I'm not shutting the stream down. We are just going to move from place to place. We'll get a little music in between. Yeah, I think they're just going to advance us. I'm pretty sure, because we only have 3 laps in this, so. And this is not what our first qualifier lineup looks like either, so. One big heat race. They're all going to just, do what they do. 3 laps, get it advanced. And then we'll get to the feature, which is where we're going to run it all. And it'll be on time. It won't be on the lap count. They'll send me the lap counts. And we'll follow along. I better find my clicker. Waiting for Mr. Roberts. Yeah, well, let me move him. I don't like that. So you guys are just getting a few extra laps. It's only 3 laps long. It's not going to amount to anything. And it is just a heat race for heat race sake. I don't even know who's out front of this thing. Ah, DiBiase is out there. We've only got about 6 of them out here making these 3 laps. So we put an end to that. Now they'll move along, and I am still looking for a piece of info from these guys. They have to do all of this manually. It's going to get wild. It's going to be interesting to try to follow this. I'm not really sure what's happening here. This says 50 laps, but it can't be 50. All right. Henselman? Yeah, we're kind of all over the board here. Pace truck out there. Henselman, Lowe, Griffey, DiBiase, Steinman, and Avila are the 6 cars. This is lap 1 of 50. Hello, Derek. So we're going to watch these 6. I'm going to try to count these laps, guys. Because at this very moment, I thought we'd have 10 or 11. Now we have a green flag. Henselman got the point. Lowe got out of shape out of 2. Austin Griffey slides into 3rd, gets the car way out of shape. He'll fall all the way to 6th. Little contact, but nobody hurt. 1 lap in the books. Jonathan Lowe still 2nd. DiBiase caution as we complete lap 2. There was the 57 of Griffey. Sitting up on the berm, nose sticking out at the exit of turn number 4. And now he has rolled away. Henselman, Lowe, DiBiase, Steinman, Ryan Avila 5th, and Griffey is rolling here. He's in behind the pace truck. He's 6th. He's shown a lap or 2 down right now. Looks like it's going to be 1 for sure. And Avila trapped right in front of him. Both of them behind the pace truck. Okay, so we're not on 1 to go yet. We should get it the next time by. So now we ought to see 1 to go. All 6 drivers still out there. The only driver not on the lead lap right now, Austin Griffey. He's a lap down. Single file on the restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Excuse me. Still Henselman, then Lowe, DiBiase, Steinman, Griffey. Avila behind Griffey now. And suddenly we're all back on the lead lap, which is good. Good for points. 4 laps in the books. Running order only at the back seems to be trying to change. Avila, Griffey going back and forth. Henselman and Lowe 1-2, and they've broken away a little bit from DiBiase and company. Nobody is really making any hay right now. And now a pass for the lead. Jonathan Lowe to the inside of Henselman. Pushes him out wide. Henselman got into the fluff, got the car way out of shape. Got the front end up off the ground. He went from 2nd to 6th real quick with a tiny bit of contact there. And now Lowe is out front. Then DiBiase. Then Avila up to the 3rd spot. About to complete lap number 10 right here. Avila making a bid for 2nd. Around the high side on DiBiase. He's going to get it. So it looked like Lowe, Avila, DiBiase, Steinman, Griffey. Henselman 5th, and then Griffey in 6th. And we'll roll that next group. So I got qualifier, remember, 3 drivers in this one. Turnbull, Schaff, Strickler, Rumsey, Eaker, Nakmar, and Pettit. Okay. Hello, James Gray. All right, so this is qualifier number 2. Looks like Turnbull has the pole. Schaff on his outside. Eaker inside row 2. Strickler on the outside of him. Then Pettit and Nakmar. Rumsey at the back. William Clapp is out here. Not sure where they're at on that deal, but we're about to find out. Green flag in the air. We're underway for qualifier number 2. We saw James Turnbull have strong runs and have a few problems last night. Nothing more than just losing spots. But he is up front in this one. Schaff tucked in behind. Then it's Strickler. William Clapp is 4th right now in that 4 car. That's Devin Eaker, Logan Rumsey, and Tanner Pettit. Caution. Let's go see if we can see what happened here. Yeah, little contact. That was Eaker that got around, and then Pettit. Give him the old what for right there. So they'll get caught up to the pace truck. James Turnbull has the lead. Jay Schaff runs 2nd. Brett Strickler, William Clapp. I think Eaker is going to line up here in about the 5th spot, 5th spot. It looks like Tanner Pettit is going to actually take that 5th spot. Eaker's going further back. He'll get behind everybody but Rumsey right now. So looks like we're going one more time around to make sure the field is right. Lost count of our lap counts here. I think it'll reset once these guys take the green flag again. I have been way worse, Mr. Gray, way worse. But I've also been better. So, green flag once again, qualifier number 2 for Stock Wing. Yeah, they've only got a couple of laps left of this one. Oh, big mess back here at the back. That's William Clapp and company, and they're all trying to get going again. He and Eaker falling way to the back of this. Turnbull's still up front. Schaff trying to steal this thing. Strickler 3rd. Tanner Pettit up to the 4th spot. Logan Rumsey behind him, and then Eaker and company. William Clapp shows first, but he's actually running last in this because of the way this is scoring out right now. It's only a lap or 2 left in this one, it looks like. Oh, and Schaff went for it, and he didn't get it there. Turnbull. Schaff, Strickler, Pettit, Eaker, Rumsey. So held off at the end. James Turnbull picks up the win. Jay Schapp made a valiant effort. Just couldn't get there. So we'll move on to our third qualifier. Should have a Josh Pickle in it. And it does. Shazinski on the outside of row number 1. Then Black and Roberts in row 2. Edens and LeBeau, row 3. Hine and Tucker, row 4. Gray and Bensel, row 5. It says J.D. Brown to be on the back, and he is there in that 14 car. It looks like Tucker is sliding back to his row 4 spot. Shazinski's going to make his way to the front row. You know, the virtual fight thing I think would be cool. Problem with the virtual fights is you get kicked out of the expo. And, I mean, I don't know. I know it's virtual, but, you know, you can still virtually be removed. So we'll see. We've got another qualifier. This is qualifier number 3. We'll have one more after this one. These little 8-lap shootouts. All right. Pace truck is out of the way. I think the boys are ready to get at it. What is wrong with that? Well, pace truck was just so far ahead of them that they had to catch up. Now the pace truck will get out of the way. Yeah, he dives off to the infield right there, and we're going to go green for qualifier number 3, stock wing. You know, can we have what we used to have when we played NHL, EA Sports, NHL, hockey? Can we just have that? Where they just throw the gloves down on the ice and just go to whaling, and when one guy falls down, that's it. It's over. Can we get that in here? That would be so awesome. I don't think it'd be hard to code. Green flags in the air for qualifier number 3. Oh, Alex Shazinski got clear of Josh Pickle. And then he kind of slid that thing sideways out of 2 right about there last time. Pickle was able to get right alongside again. Now it's a battle for second, and Roberts is going to get turned. We're going to watch this. This will be a pretty easy one. We saw this happen live. We're going to see it again. He's going to get a little push from behind. That looks like Edens is going to get into that little push bar on the back of this thing right about there. Boink. Pickle kind of came down and closed that door, and Roberts kind of checked up to not run into him, and I don't think Eden saw it, and just a little tippity tap. No damage to anybody. Just moves Roberts all the way to the back. You know what? I do remember Blade of Glory. I remember some of these games. Yeah, you know, I thought it was fun as heck when we could have the. I actually played the hockey games just to try to get in the fights. I'm a hockey fan. Don't get me wrong, but playing the video game, it was about trying to get in the fights and see if you could keep winning the fights. Shazinski, Pickle, Edens, then Black, Tucker, LeBeau, Hine, Gray, and Roberts is tail in the rear. So we'll get back to it. Just a couple of laps into this one. We'll start lap number 3. Good start for Shazinski. Keeps it straight this time out of 2. Little move at the back. Are we not live? Yeah, we're live. Boy, I got the signal for green flag way after we got to race. That's crazy. Single file racing. You go back here, you're getting something. Ooh, Todd LeBeau. Oh, that looks like Josh Pickle had a problem as well. Let's go and watch the 14 car here. Oh, he's going to get into the left rear of Szynski with that right front. We didn't see that because we had dropped back to take a look at that melee that was going on back there at about 5th place. And we'll shake this running order up once again. Szynski still has the point. But now Edens is up to 2nd. Tucker, Black. There's LeBeau. Hine. Gray, Roberts. I think J.D. Brown is in between LeBeau and Hine right there. That's going to be about 6th place. But we'll get ready to go back to green. About 3 laps left in this one. And the green flag again over the speedway. Tucker with a move on Edens. Does he make it stick? Not at the line, but he might make it stick here coming out of 2. They make slight contact. Both drivers able to continue. Pettit not on the racetrack. He completed the most laps. It's Szynski out front. Then Tucker. Then Edens. LeBeau in a battle for 4th with Black right now. Oh, and into the fence. I think this one is going to get put to bed here. With Szynski picking up the win. Edens was 2nd, and Tucker was 3rd. And they're rolling out our 4th qualifier. We're having all kinds of problems. Here we go. Now we're catching up. It's going to be Spengler and Case on the front row. We're on Case right now. He's trying to get caught up here. Then Huffman and McMillan in row 2. Elby and Dipponet in row 3. Benson and Slater in row 4. Golombeski and Hazel scheduled for row 5. I do not see Alec Golombeski. But I've got Case and Huffman for sure. Spengler, where is Mr. Spengler? I do not see Michael Spengler in the server here. He was scheduled to start pole on this thing. So that'll change things up just a little bit. And Huffman will move to the outside of that front row in that 005 machine. You know, that'd be great if we could let them control it and everything else. Otherwise, it just have to be predetermined. We just have to figure out how to punch the name so you can kind of see who is who. It actually would be very entertaining. Some of the guys would just do it to get in the fights. So, I don't know. It might overtake the racing. Either way, I think we're about to go green for the 4th and final qualifier for stock wing right here. Next time by, it looks like we will. Only missing one driver in this one. Golombeski, not out here. Everybody else did make it. Now we're under the green flag. Elby trying to push his way by, and I thought he was going to make that 3 wide. Slider from Huffman. Got a little kick in the pants from Case right there. We're going to have a caution. Dipping it in the 0-1 car. Watch him from our drone. Yep, he caught a little bit of right rear. Yep, he's going to go around. That's exactly what happens. Open wheel cars do not like to touch each other on the rubber parts. Just can't do it. Make it work. Yeah, it gets difficult real quick. So I think stock non-wing will be our next set of qualifiers coming out after this one. We'll switch servers, guys. Don't go anywhere. You think it might make it less toxic? I think it might even make it more toxic. I'm not sure, really. And I don't know that it could get much more toxic than it is right now in dirt. I don't know. They're trying to keep the yellow flag out, and we are flying around. Here comes that pesky pace truck again. I think our drivers may have to stop and wait for the pace truck to catch. At least Aja Case may have to. Oh, you know, James, I said I should have started that last night, but I honestly didn't think we had that many flips last night. So that was a single-digit number, maybe. Now they're getting everybody else around the pace vehicle so that Case and Huffman can get there. LB's still third. That is not... Hayden Cardwell is in here. He did not run a heat race last night. I think that's Nate McMillan there in the 5, and it's going to show him on top. He just had extra laps. Might fix it out here in a second. It does immediately once we go back to green. LB around a second because Huffman kind of stepped all over it when he got the start right there. He was sideways left, sideways right. These guys only got about 2 or 3 more laps here. It is hard to count the laps. They go so quickly, and the lap for the caution may or may not count. Slider for the lead. LB trying to get there, just trying to get himself in a position where this slider will put him out in front. Keep him there, but a good crossover. LB did lead the lap. 3 wide now, and LB's going to have to thread the needle, and he does so perfectly. Now a little back up onto that slider, and LB out front. Case is still, well, he's not second now. Huffman got by, and Huffman's going to try to force the issue on the bottom. We're at the line that time. LB, Case, Huffman, then McMillan. Here comes Cardwell, 5th. Good race at the front. Top 5 all over one another. I don't know how many laps we're running for this one. It looks like it was LB picking up the win. Case was second. And most of the rest of these guys are going to have to go through that soup. I think Huffman did come home third, and he jumped across the berm after that. So a lot of these guys are going to be in the soup tomorrow night, having to work hard to fill those final spots. Only 24 go to Thursday night's feature races. But our 4 qualifiers for stock wing in the books. We will not be going anywhere. We're going to stay live. We're getting some information. Our top points getter, James Eden's in the stock non-wing. Top points getter for stock wing was Joseph Grandy. That's why he inverted to P4 for his qualifier. But we are not going to go anywhere. We are just waiting for them to let us know that the news server is going to go up. I think they are getting everything recorded from this one. And then we're going to get ready. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're going to do a little bit of a modification to the show, just maybe for our benefit. Yeah, I think it's going to be just a lot for ease of function and for our benefit here in the booth and your benefit to make it a little easier to watch, because we were a little unclear on how many laps each one of those had already run. So we get ready to go to the stock non-wing server and run the qualifiers for that. And once we're in there, we'll make a rundown of the top 5 in points and then get you set up for heat number 1. Until then, we are going to do what we do. We're just going to let a little bit of music play here. And we'll put up our handy dandy logos. I'll be back shortly.
Wake up in the morning about 12 p.m. Too much Jack and too much Jim. My head's still pounding like a big bass drum. I reaching over for an action, but they're already gone. Another crazy night in this cowboy's life. 'Cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, singing every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Now along this road, there's a lot I learned, and everything I got, I worked hard to earn. it all up because I love my fans. But if you don't like me, well, I don't give a damn. It ain't hard to see why people wanna live like me. It's cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, sing it every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. We roll into town, got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got booze like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt to drink. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star.
All right, everybody. We are back inside SageNet Center, Tulsa Expo Raceway. Little change in the format, and to explain what is going on, the guy who made the change has graciously joined us here in the booth to tell everybody what happened and why we're changing it and what we're changing to, so it'll be a whole lot easier for us all to understand. So, Mr. Roberts, we did get confused, I have to admit, but tell us what's happening and what we're looking for here for the rest of the night.
Oh, you got confused. That's out of all the years, that was a format that did not work out the way it was planned. Should have jumped straight to the feature, but iRacing said, "Hey, let's run 3 laps." So had to run 3 laps, and then just if everybody shows up, it's really not that confusing. But when you get some blanks in the grid, it gets real confusing trying to line everybody up, and just wasn't efficient. So we're going back to what we did last night, random heat races, extended them to 10 laps to match the qualifier format for the laps, and yeah, so be just like last night, just with 2 extra laps.
Okay, so the qualifiers are now the heat races?
Yeah, qualifiers are still qualifiers, but they've been turned into a random heat race, so they're
okay. So the feature at the end, the feature at the end of the session will just be one of those semi-feature just to fill in the slot.
Yeah, just to fill in the slot, just like they did last night.
Okie dokie. Okay, well, now we figured it out. You're explaining it. Everybody ought to be able to follow, especially the broadcaster, and that'll make it a whole lot easier on me. I appreciate that.
Hey, you're welcome, and this should move the show along a whole lot easier, too. So.
All righty, so I don't have to worry about the lineup sheets and none of that now.
No, sir. Those are all thrown out the window.
Well, man, my life just got a whole lot easier. I can just follow whatever my data tells me. I like it.
There you go. I like it too.
All right, man. All right.
Talk to you later, buddy.
Thank you. There you have it, folks. Little change in the format. And now the guys are still, I think, scoring points. We're just going to do a different format. We're going to go back to what works. Like you said, you got guys that don't show up, and you've already kind of laid things out, and it really just kind of messes up the night. So. But the guys will have a few minutes of practice. I'll remind everybody, I didn't in the last show, but I will in this one. Here on the network tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series. They're in California, out at Sonoma for the road course, as they come back from a 2-week hiatus. Then Thursday night, we'll be right back here. But bonus coverage, there is a charity race that the Midwest Truck Series guys are putting on Thursday night, and KR Stolfus is going to join them and stream alongside. So you'll have multiple shows to watch on the network. That doesn't happen real often, that we get multiple shows. So just a little charity deal, a sudden passing of an individual, and a little GoFundMe action to a charity race. All of the driver entry fees going straight to the GoFundMe. So, but that's that's Thursday night. We still have 3 more classes of qualifiers. The first one took a minute. It was lightly confusing. I think MDI had it. We should have just had the boxing matches. Probably would have been pretty entertaining for you guys as fans if we'd have just went up the ramp and let the guys rock 'em, sock 'em robots. 36 drivers in this server. Random heats. Odd. Be a good format to get back on track with, but watch, see how that plays out, I guess. I'm positive these guys are still scoring the points. I think your top qualifiers are still getting direct passage, even if they don't win the qualifier. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's how they're setting this up to work. We are starting to gear up a little. We will have really not a lot next week. The 12th through the 16th. But then starting on the 19th, it's going to start filling up. We're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and we are working really hard to try to get a Thursday series on the network just for coverage. Try to get back to our 4 nights a week as the winter months seem to want to drag on. I know we haven't been in winter very long, but I'm ready for it to be over. All right, that's going to do it. Track is all ironed out. Guys have gotten some laps in. Connor Hembry was the only driver that did not take a lap. But with our random heat format now, it's going to be Jay Schaff and Nate McMillan on the front row. Rylan Gray and Alex Shazinski in row 2. Tanner Pettit and Blake Depinet in row number 3. Logan Rumsey and Aja Case in row 4. And James Eden is scheduled to be in row 5. And there is Mr. Eden's dropping in. Everybody made it. All 9 cars made it out there. 10 laps for our qualifiers. All right, lights off on our pace vehicle. That means they'll get out of the way this time down the backstretch, and we will get ready for racing action. Stock non-wing qualifiers on qualifier night. Almost a shame that we can't cover the soup tomorrow night because it might get interesting in the soup. But the green flag, and they're going to bump and grind right off the start. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. That's not really going to be good for somebody, and McMillan is the driver that's going to pay for that. Schaff out front. Gray up to second. Pettit into the 3rd spot. Oh, problems towards the back. That's Alex Shazinski parked there. He's going to get it rolling. He is going to be a long ways behind, but he's going to get it rolling. Nate McMillan, we're just now catching up to him. Leaders are right behind McMillan. McMillan lost almost a lap in his little 360 whoop-de-doo that he had on lap number 2. This is Jay Schaff, and he is hugging the bottom. Caution, Aja Case. Case, the black and green car. Up high, he's going to find a right rear into the fence. Oh, yeah. And then he is going to loop it, and there are cars coming right behind right here. There they are. And that was Alex Shazinski that come zipping by safely, I might add, right there. Luckily safely. So about 5 laps into, so about halfway. Schaff, Gray, Pettit, Rumsey, Depinet, Edens, Shazinski, McMillan, Case will be the running order when we restart. You can tell it's the old version of the Expo because the big screen is still coming down the front stretch out of turn 4. They have moved that the last couple of years over to turn 2. Drivers were using it as a tactical advantage. What's crazy is they still do. The green flag back in the air, a little bump in the ground. Logan Rumsey moved Tatter Pettit up the hill just a little bit right there. And he will squeeze by in 3 and 4. The crossover is going to put Pettit back on the inside. Now Rumsey's going to lose another spot. Blake Depinet goes right on by. Rumsey's going to take it back. Depinet loses 2. He lost 1 to Edens as well. Schaff has been out front since we dropped it. Ryland Gray is trying to get there. 2 to go this time by, and Gray's going to run out of laps. Slider into, that time. We're going to catch caution. Schaff was trying to get the cut down, and Pettit got his nose in there. And right when Schaff cut down, the right front from Pettit's car was down in. Right there. Little to no contact from anybody else, so just going to cost some spots. Schaff's going to the back as well. So Gray, then a Rumsey. Edens is now up to 3rd. Depinet, Shazinski, McMillan, Case, Pettit, Schaff. Everybody's still on the track. Lights off on the pace track means we're going back green racing. I think we're about to get the white flag. Are we getting the green and the white together here?
Green flag.
Got the green flag. We'll get the white this time by. Ryland Gray, like a rocket, shot out of there. He'll get to the white flag first. Edens is under fire, but that goes away. Depinet got it up on the berm, and it cost him the spot. Gray wins it. Rumsey second. Then Edens, Depinet, Shazinski, Pettit, Schaff, McMillan, and Aja Case took the 1 car into the infield. I think that contact he had up there with the outside fence maybe broke the rear end of the 1 car, and he didn't have much of a choice but to take it to the infield and wait this thing out. So we'll get ready for our second. It'll be Sam Knackmore on the pole with Devin Eaker on his outside. Tyler Henselman inside row 2. Michael Dawson will be beside him. Then Josh Pickle and Ryan Avila in row 3. Chris Roberts, J.D. Brown in row 4, and Jonathan Lowe. Outback jacking it tonight for qualifier number 2. Didn't think that was going to be what I wanted to see. All right, out of 4. Ready to see the green flag for qualifier number 2. Knackmore got a good start. He stay out in front. It is a hungry pack of hounds behind. Eaker, Dawson, Henselman, Avila, all right there. Ryan Avila. Oh, contact in front. That's going to put a couple of them into the bottom of the ramp there, and that got a little wild. Got to say it. Devin Eaker, the 96, the blue car. He got the fence. Oh, yeah, that started with him catching the fence. And Dawson's the one that paid the heavy price for it. Add to the flip count. So we just got a couple of laps in on this one. Knackper, Henselman, Avila, Pickle, Brown, Roberts, Lowe. Dawson is still on track. Eaker is out. He caught the fence and I'm sure broke the car. And then when he got hit and tumbled, it did not do any favors for it for sure. Yeah, go do that when you get done. All right. Pace truck out of the way. That means we're going back to green. We're just one car short now. We had 9. We got 8. Finish this thing up and see if they can get all the way through as we're working lap number 3. Henselman didn't get a great start, and he's kind of got everybody bottled up behind. They're going to go 3 wide for a moment behind. Avila now up to 3rd. Thought J.D. Brown was going to catch a piece of that left rear on the 21 car, and it didn't happen. And I kind of cringed a little bit waiting to see what was going to transpire right there. They're 3 wide out of 4. 3 wide into 1. They'll stay 3 wide, and now it gets bottlenecked down as Brown and Henselman kind of shut the door on Avila right there. Laps winding down, and Ackmore's led this thing from the jump. Henselman trying to get back past Ryan Avila for 3rd here. We're 2 to go. J.D. Brown quietly worked his way up to 2nd, and he's starting to show Knackper that he's there. White flag. Last ditch effort. I don't think there was enough there. And there isn't. Knackper wins it. Brown, Avila, Henselman, Pickle, Dawson, Lowe, Roberts, and Eaker last with the early exit. Only finished about a lap and a quarter, lap and a half. And the last half of that half lap was kind of tumbling down the backstretch. So our 3rd qualifier, Todd LeBeau, will have the pole, and Kendall Tucker. A couple of heavy hitters on the front row in this one. Dustin Steinman, Hunter Owens in row 2, Connor Hazel and Brett Strickler in row 3. And then it'll be Austin Black and Graham Huffman in our 4th row. And Will Clapp will start in that 9th position. 3rd of 4. And we may hang for just a moment and watch a couple laps of the semi-feature. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did 00 finally get rolling? Yeah, Tucker finally got it rolling. Pace truck getting out of the way. Time to put qualifier number 3. For the stock non-wing class under the green flag, Todd LeBeau. The green flag comes out. Tucker. Wow, great start from the outside from Kendall Tucker. Did not get snookered, did not get fooled, and he'll have the lead down the backstretch. Lap 1 will go to the 00. LeBeau 2nd. Steinman and Owens side by side. And now that kind of looks like it's not going to be a fight anymore. LeBeau with a little bit of a bobble getting into 3. Loses a spot. Falls back to the 3rd spot. Owens goes to 2nd. Steinman is tucked in behind him. Then it's Huffman, Clapp, Strickler. Austin Black already off the track. Something happened to the 78 car. Kendall Tucker already yarding these boys. He's catching Hazel doesn't look to me like the 27 car is really struggling, but he is almost a lap down at this point as we're past halfway. Tucker clear by over a second on Owen. Steinman and Huffman. Oh, 3 wide, and that was not going to work. I'm surprised we don't have a caution. It looks like Huffman is going to be the beneficiary of all that. Clapp gets through for 4th. LeBeau gets it righted. He'll stay 5th for the moment. Steinman behind that. Strickler way back. 2 to go. And now Hazel is a lap down. We'll run out of laps before he can get to Strickler in this one, but white flag for Kendall Tucker. He's going to win the 3rd qualifier pretty easily. I don't expect Tucker to do anything foolish here in 3 and 4 with a 1.5 second lead, and he does not. He'll go to victory lane. Owens, Graham, Clapp, LeBeau, Steinman, Strickler in 7th, and then Hazel will come home 8th, and Austin Black with the early exit in the 9th spot. Going by a whole lot quicker than it did in stock wing category. So, Hayden Cardwell coming in tonight. Did not run in the heat races that I can remember, but he shows up, draws pole for this 4th and final qualifier. Mason Hine will start on his outside. Connor Hembry, inside of a row number 2 next to Hunter Benson. Then Adam Elby and Caleb Deebum. They corrected me last night. In row number 3. It says Golumbowski. Did he make it here? He didn't make it to stock wing, but he did make it in here for non-wing. He and DiBiase going to start in row 4 together. And then James Turnbull, one of the faster guys in the room usually. He is going to be way out back, and he's going to have his work cut out for him. 10 laps, he's got to pass 8 cars. Hayden Cardwell, one of the Swiss Army knife drivers on dirt in iRacing. He can drive any of the disciplines in here, so we'll see if he's pretty good here. He's going to get a great start. Right in the middle of 3 and 4, he got it rolling. He'll clear everybody, and now it's all going to be about trying to catch him. Hind is 2nd. Embry down in the bottom runs 3rd. Then Benson at the end of lap number 1 in 4th. Caution. Oh, no, Adam Elby. Elby in the 74, inside row 3 on this start. Try to keep an eye on that 74 car. Into the fence. Tommy tip over. Yep. Rolly roll. And he had to get picked up and dragged to the infield. So, we're adding to the flip count. And James, I wish I'd have kept that from last night because we could have kept it going. There wasn't that many. I know we had a bunch of races. I think we had at least 16 heat races over the 4 classes, 4 in each. I am going to say flip count might barely have broken double digits last night, and I don't think we've had but maybe a half a dozen, if that, tonight, 3, 4. We haven't reached 20 for the whole thing yet. And if we have, I'm shocked that it is 20. Some of the driving wasn't great, but most of it was pretty good. It was just right rears and bump a guy out of the way, get him spun out up in the fluff, and not a lot of carnage. Coming around to complete lap number 3. Caution once again. I'm not really sure. James Turnbull quickly went to the pits. Elby made it back on track and managed to stay on the lead lap. DiBiase is out here. He's showing a lap down. Cooper DiBiase. I don't know how he got a lap down, but James Turnbull And he went straight to the pits, but I think the caution came because the car was just sideways enough with traffic coming to trigger an iRacing caution. And then he immediately took that car to the infield. So we'll be back to 1 to go. We're right at halfway. Qualifier number 3. And the green flag out once again. It is just Cardwell, and he's getting great starts. He's opening the gap on Hine every single time. It's usually the battle right here, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And right now you can see Elby around Golombowski. And Elby will move himself to 5th. Still 4 laps to go. That's a lot. Oh, Golombowski up on the curb. Got it back underneath him, but he's under attack. DiBiase and Deebum are right there. A right rear to one, a left rear to the other as they went by on each side. Now shot in the pants. And Deebum quickly to the infield and out of the car. Cardwell is absolutely gone. He's going to get the white flag about a second ahead of everyone else. And Elby still trying to pick up spots. He moves himself up to 4th on the white flag lap here. I think that's as far as he is going to get. Cardwell will win it. Hines 2nd. Hembry 3rd. And Elby will recover to a 4th place finish. Benson, DiBiase, Golombowski, Deebum, and Turnbull. And that was our 4th heat. So that'll do it for qualifiers for stock non-wing. I thought we were only on number 3. Yeah, little semi-feature deal here. We're really not going to stick around. We're going to get ready for the next server, which should be Outlaw Wing. But we're going to do what we've been doing, and I made a mistake a minute ago. But I'm not, I don't know if I can make this work or not. We're going to see.
There's 99 bottles of beer in the fridge. You can open up the door and take your pick. Twist off the top and drink it on down. There's 98 bottles in the fridge. Come on!
Maybe it's going to work. All right. We're going to switch servers for you folks and come back with Outlaw Wing here in just a minute.
With the house in 17, the racks are stacked, mountain to blue. You know what we're gonna do. The grass is cut, looking good and green. The sun's coming up, hitting 83. It's the perfect weather to fire up a Weber. The only thing to make this better, we got 99 bottles of beer in the fridge. You can open up the door, take your pick. Twist off the top and drink it on down. There's still 98 bottles in the fridge. New TV kickoffs at 3. Who you think's gonna win the SEC? Bring your own chair, bring all your friends. Come when you want, park where you can. Pound them fast so you can sip them slow. There's plenty left in the good and cold. It's the place to be, cause they're all on me. This ain't BYOB. No, we got 99 bottles of beer in the fridge. You can open up the door, take your pick. Twist off the top and drink it on down. There's still 98 bottles in the fridge. Somebody hand me a beer, come on. Tunes. Yeah, just like that. Let me take you to the country, girl. Go way out where the blacktop ends. Little map down on this big old world. Introduce you to my mama and them. Ain't no high-rise or street lights, just moonshine and fireflies and stars showing off in your eye. What say we take that ride? So climb on up, let's fill that Stanley Cup with some of that gas station strawberry wine. It won't take much, you just might fall in love when that song starts to sneak through the pines. So get a little closer, baby, let a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town night. I'll take you to the country, girl. Yeah. Let me take you to the country, girl. Trade a little skyline for them hilltop views. Get a little back road on them Broadway boots. A little red dirt rendezvous. Yeah. So climb on up, let's fill that Stanley Cup with some of that gas station strawberry wine. Oh, it won't take much, you just might fall in love when that song starts to sneak through them pines. So come a little closer, baby, let a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town tonight. I'll take you to the country, girl. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Climb on up, let's fill your Stanley Cup, some gas station strawberry wine. It won't take much, you just might fall in love when that song starts to sneak through them pines. So slide a little closer, baby, let a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town tonight and take you to the country, girl. Oh, the country, girl. I'll take you to the country, girl. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her.
All right, we made it into the third of our 4. Track reworked, ready for outlaw wing action. I'm looking at about 27, 28 for the outlaw winged. Yeah, about 28 right now. Should give us about 3 heats. Or 3 qualifiers. I'm sorry, not heats, qualifiers. Moving along at a clip here tonight. 4 qualifiers. 3 qualifiers here and 3 or 4. And it'll probably be 4 because we had a pile of non-wing outlaw cars last night. Appreciate everybody that's sticking with it. In between servers and everything, our numbers have gone up and down a little bit, but when we switch servers, some people check out for a minute and then they'll check back in a little while. We're okay with that. 32 now, as they just keep filing in a few at a time. I'm still watching. We're still getting drivers. 33 now. Qualifiers tonight. We will not be covering the soup tomorrow night. All of the minor mains and the OCQs. But Thursday night we'll be back for the 330 lap A mains and the 55 lap big show with the non-wing outlaw cars. They're about out of time here in the warm-up session. We'll be with just a couple more minutes. Good look at Alex Scherzinski. There's the 52 of Edens. That black, red, and yellow, number 21 of Tyler Henselman. He's been in the same color car for each and every race. Both nights thus far. One of the easy ones to find out there. Damn it. I gotta do that. There's Graham Huffman. It's been a 5 every time. It just hasn't been orange and blue every time. Every time we put the camera on one of these guys, chaos ensues. I hope they don't have family watching. Had some discussion last night between some guys about, bad driving, different things, and got a little message that I read aloud on the air about glass houses and stones and boulders and different things. But so far tonight, it really hasn't been terrible. It really has been pretty good. We haven't seen a whole lot of questionable contact. It's just been good, hard racing. So I think you got to look at it as, some nights are better than others. I do like the Rock'em Sock'em Robots type fighting deal. I think that would be a neat little every once in a while you got to see one. You don't have to see one every single night. I don't think that is, something that should be a regular deal. But, every once in a while, somebody just needs a good swat in the old kisser. Get their attention, get them to straighten up. Get a look at Blake Depinet's car. Finally, you're going to get to see him. Boy, I tell you what, we put the camera on him. What happens? Death. Guys are going to get tired of being out there. Just don't put the camera on me. That's what I'm going to get. We'll get a message about that. All right, let's get ready for our first qualifier. For our Outlaw Wing category, it's going to be Hunter Owen and Blake Depinet. We just saw Blake. They'll have the front row. J.D. Brown and James Turnbull will make up row 2. William Clapp, James Eden in row 3. Graham Huffman and Alex Scherzinski in the 4th row. and Joshua Pickle in the back row. All alone. I don't see that 33 car just yet. And there he is. As soon as I say something, voila, an appearance. So, 10 laps. Going to put a couple of guys into that feature for Thursday night, and then everybody else is going to have to go through the soup tomorrow night. Interesting. All these guys in all these categories. And there isn't one driver that has been, dominant across all four. It has really been a mixed bag, a very diverse group of winners. So, pace truck out of the way. Qualifier number 1. Outlaw Wing underway. We're going to have contact immediately. Car spinning out. Yeah, that's going to be Hunter Owens. Caution. I think he overcooked his grits getting down into turn 1 right after the start. Didn't get clear of Deppin. Got up in the fluff, lost the right rear, then got spun around and gets to collect. James Edens not having a good shootout. Just having a horrible shootout, in fact. So his car broken, and he is going to go to the pits once again. He is just having not a great... He had a good run last night. Trying to remember if it was stock wing. He had a really nice heat race. But the rest of them just not friendly, and tonight has not been friendly to him either. I mean, he's got a couple of finishes, but they have been, 3rd, 4th, 5th, not wins or second places. So, all right. Definite Brown, Turnbull, Clapp, Huffman, Pickle, Shazinski, then Owens. Eden's out of this thing. Green flag. Good start for Blake. Oh, car's into the fence. Turn number 2. I think that's William Clapp. He gets it out of the fence and he continues. That car looks like it might be damaged a little bit. We'll go take a look real quick. Yeah, right front looks like it's pretty bent. Yeah, that car is having problems. There's Owens. Edens is back out. They got a wing put back on that car and got him back out of here. So kudos to them for getting him back on track. Caution once again. This time Owens is going to bring it out. Oh, yeah. And here come the leaders, and that'll draw you a caution every single time. I was kind of wondering where that was coming from. Deppinette, Brown, Turnbull, Huffman, Pickle, Edens, Shazinski through 7th place. Clapp and Owens are off track. Clapp got that car broke on that restart. I think the right front looked like the suspension was broke. It looked like it was towed way out when he was coming through turns 3 and 4. And it kind of wash ragged down the front stretch, so. We are just about to halfway. I think when we take the green flag, we will be starting lap number 5. Looks like a Clapp. They got that thing put back together. A couple laps down, but he's going to come back and see if he can do anything with the car. And the green flag. Deppinette still out front. Here's the battle. It's going to be for 3rd as Turnbull got around Huffman right there. Pickles under fire. Eden and Straczynski are all over the back of the 33. He's right through the middle of the track, making it hard to pass him inside and or out, as neither Straczynski nor Edens can get the pass done. We're down to 2 to go. We'll see. That was Straczynski with the slider. And then right up the push bar, he is going to catch William Clapp again. But it is all Brown. Got around Depinet just a second ago while we were watching all that other action. And he's going to pick it up here in qualifier number 1 for Wing Outlaw. Depinet, Huffman, Turnbull, Edens, Pickle, Straczynski, then Clapp and Owens. So we'll look at our second qualifier here. It's going to be Mason Hine, Jay Schaff on the front row, Kendall Tucker and Hunter Benson in row 2, Michael Dotson, Rylan Gray in row number 3, and Ryan Avila next to Kaylor Diebel in row 4. Who is in? Blake. Wait, what happened to Blake? All right, Blake. Roger Wagner up in the booth. Wing Outlaw. And it got a little interesting out there real quick.
Yeah, I'd start with something else. I felt like I had a pretty good jump, and the next thing I know, he's come across my nose. So yeah, that was quite something else. And then it felt good to lead some laps, and I mean JD's about as fast as they come, so to run second to him wasn't too bad either.
A late race pass there, and he got the spot away from me. But all in all, looks like it'll set you up pretty good for tonight's features, or Thursday night's features, I mean.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I didn't come in here all that hot. I think I was sitting 20th in points, so top 20 lock into the features. So I'm hoping I just don't go backwards.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you again Thursday night.
Absolutely, buddy. Sounds good.
Blake Depinet, driver of the one car, led most of that first qualifier and then fell back. Right now, Hine has this one kind of under control. Tucker and Schaff are going at it. We've seen that a million times on the network. Kendall Tucker, Jay Schaff, Rylan Gray even. These guys race pretty near every night, and it is cream of the crop when they come together and they race each other hard. They're racing each other very clean right here. Tucker was able to sneak by with just enough room to get by Jay Schaff there. Now Schaff trying to keep Gray behind him, not going to get it done. He'll fall to fourth. Here comes Avila. That's another car out of Schaff. Was Kendall Tucker. I want to go. You know what we're going to do? We're going to come back here, but we're going to look at a different car here. We're going to watch the 00. Good through 1 and 2. Oh, bumped the fence getting into 3 and 4, and then it just unweighted. Schaff had nowhere to go. So he just brushed that fence coming out of 2. Started a little bit of a chain reaction. Jay Schaff, the lucky recipient of a T-bone. I don't know if he was hungry or not, but he's getting one anyway. Hine and Gray 1, 2, Avila 3, Diebel, Dawson, Benson, and then Schaff and Tucker will be at the back. This is qualifier number 2. These guys are still scoring the points. The top 20 in points are locked in, like Blake said a second ago. So that's what they're trying to do. So they don't have to play in those LCQs. There'll only be maybe a couple of races in each category tomorrow night. They'll be really short servers for these guys. We're ready to go green flag racing one more time here. 5 laps, so we were right at halfway. I thought we were close to halfway. Avila, 2 for 1 through turns 1 and 2. He goes to the point from third on the restart, right around the inside. Man, he's got that left rear hooked right down there on the bottom in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. He's using a little bit of a slider line out to the middle, but he is just about as tight as you can get without putting the left front up on that berm down there in 1 and 2. He puts it up on the berm in 3 and 4. With 2 to go, caution's going to come out again. I think Kendall Tucker Might have been a little bit broken. Tried to go 2 for 1. He got that done, but then they end up 3 or 4 wide, and this time, yeah, DOB. And Tucker. Going to go for the old tumble cycle right there. Don't know if he tumbled dry or not, but he did tumble. It is not the white flag. Scoring pylon. A little crazy. We'll have a 2-lap shootout. We got another pace lap, so we're trying to make sure everybody is lined up where they're supposed to be. DOB took the 3 car to the infield as well. There's Dawson. Benson. That's your 4th place car. Then Gray, Hine, and Avila. We are still flashing lights on the pace truck. We are stuck in a perpetual we can't get a 1 to go off of the pace truck. Waiting this time to see if we can get one. There we go. Now we're going to get the 1 to go. It looks to me like Tucker made it back out. He's several laps down, but points are points, and he needs points. Avila about to get us restarted. 2-lap shootout. We're going to get the green and white together. That rarely happens. It's usually a green-white checker situation, but Avila is going to win it. Then Gray is going to hang on for second as he got around Hine right there on that restart. I'm not sure how many laps we're running here. Hine third. Benson, Tucker. Michael Dawson did not finish first in that. I don't care what that thing says. Got a little goofy on that one because we got hung up, I think. But we're going to move on to our 3rd qualifier with Jonathan Lowe and Logan Rumsey on the front row. Sam Nackmore, Chris Roberts. We saw Nackmore have a good run in the non-wing. Stock non-wing in the qualifier. They're in row 2. Henselman and Pettit row 3. And then Elby, the newly betrothed, starts inside row 4 next to Cooper DiBiase. And DiBiase did not make the call to come out here. Something happened. He is back in the infield. We'll see if he can make it out and manage to stay on the lead lap. Once that green drops, it'll release him. It gives him about 18 seconds, I think. Maybe less now with this short track. Typically, it's about 18 seconds in the dirt stuff before you get released to pits. He has to go across pit road and not speed, and then he can get on the track on the apron, make his way around to turn 2, and jump on the backstretch. Hopefully before these guys put him a lap down, but the green flag. Ooh. And Lowe got a little wide on the start. He may get a little how do you do, and he did. Rumsey got up there. Didn't like the way that started, I'm sure. Nackmore took lap number 1, but off the top side, Rumsey is going to get the lead here down the backstretch. Henselman and Roberts 3 and 4. Pettit and Elby 5 and 6 as DiBiase didn't even bother to come out, and Jonathan Lowe stayed in, or he went into the pits after that incident. Little pushing, little shoving back there for second. Pettit and Roberts. Or I'm sorry, that's Nackmer and Pettit. Pettit is going to force his way up to second. He got clear of everybody except Logan Rumsey. Tyler Henselman right in front of these guys. He might become a factor in this. Pretty rare that we see lap cars. But the front wing already off of the 21. As he struggles, here comes Pettit. Got to the push bar of Rumsey. 3 to go. We're going to watch these two, see what they do. Roberts and Elby are just going at it behind. I hate to leave the leaders because of that right there. And I thought Pettit was going to get a little more aggressive. He just got in there and bumped Rumsey enough to get him up off the line. And the white flag comes out. Pettit's out front. Elby got away from Roberts to take third, but Tanner Pettit's going to win. Outlaw wing qualifier number 2. Rumsey, Elby, Roberts, Nackbor, and Henselman through the top 6 that were on the track. And then after that, it's DiBiase and Lowe. Points count. They're still adding up. Only the top 20 in each class are going to lock in after the 2 nights of racing. So if you're not in that top 20 at the end of tonight, you're going to have to go through some soup tomorrow night to try to get one of those last 4 spots. But we'll move to our third of 4 qualifiers. LeBeau and Black on the front row should be a pretty good front row start here. Then you're going to have Connor Hazel and Hayden Cardwell in row 2. Aja Case and Brett Strickler in row 3. And Dustin Steinman, Nate McMillan back in the 4th and final row. Ten more laps. That's what we got. We'll have one more qualifier after this, and then we move to the non-wing portion of the Outlaw Qualifier Show.
Green, green, green.
And a green flag. Little wheel stand makes them 3 wide. LeBeau picked the front end up, and they let Black scoot by on the high side. LeBeau's in a fight, and he's in a fight with the outside wall. He's going to lose that fight each and every time. Steinman spins it around, gets it straightened back out. He'll go back to the back with LeBeau, but coming out of turn 4 for lap number 2 is Black, Case, Strickler, and Hazel. 1, 2, 3, 4. McMillan sits in 5th. I thought he was going to make a bid for that 4th spot. He is just not close enough to catch the 27 of Hazel. Cardwell drags the right rear into the fence in 3 and 4. It does not help his speed whatsoever. We're going to have a good battle here for the point just after halfway because Aja Case, using the bottom, has worked his way, and he was alongside of Austin Black right there. Big launch out of 2, and he's going to have the lead heading into 3 and 4. Can he hang on to it on the exit? He had it that time by half a car. We're down to 3 to go. Brett Strickler in 3rd. Got a little squirrely out of 2, and he'll fall back off these top 2. Black goes back around for the lead at 2 to go on the high side. Case not having much fun with the car. Now Strickler's in a battle for the 3rd spot with McMillan as we come to the white flag. Case, another good launch off the bottom of 1 and 2. Black's got the line through 3 and 4. He's going to win it. Case 2nd, Strickler, McMillan, Hazel, Steinman, Cardwell 7th, and LeBeau 8th. And Cardwell yard sales it right there at the end of that qualifier. Missing night number 1 and trying to come in, you pretty much have to win. You're going to really need to start last and win to get into the points in the top 20. So it looks like that was our final. We only had the 3. It didn't seem like enough cars. We only had the 3 qualifiers. Thought we had a lot more cars. I thought we had 33 cars. Yeah, we're going to move on to our fourth and final server of the evening, and that is going to be a non-wing outlaw. Qualifiers for that. But we're going to go back to the same thing we've been doing. Going to get to see our beautiful logos all spinning here. And we're going to swap servers when we come back. Final qualifiers of the evening, outlaw non-wing. We'll be back in just a moment.
We had a bad goodbye this time, she's as good as gone. She cut me off, so tonight I'm gonna tie one on. I should know by now, I can't drown her, leaving with a trip to the bar. It's a no-win in the end, this is always how it starts. Cause drinking gets me thinking about a pair of blue eyes. Blue eyes made me wishing I was with her tonight. Wishing I was with the missus of my head. When my head's messed up, I get to drinking again. I've been picking at a label on the table that's been sweating away. Going round in circles trying to think of what she wants me to say. Cause if I can't hold her, then I'll be holding a cold one in my right hand. Fill it up, pick it up, throw it down and do it again and again and again. Cause drinking gets me thinking about a pair of blue eyes. Blue eyes made me wishing I was with her tonight. Wishing I was with the missus of my head. And when my head's messed up, I get to drinking again. Mama said go to church, Daddy said go to work, but my friends are rare buying the shots. Cause when a girl like her breaks your world, it sure don't make it easy to stop. Cause drinking gets me thinking about a pair of blue eyes. Blue eyes made me wishing I was with her tonight. Wishing I was with the missus of my head. When my head's messed up, I get to drinking again. When my head's messed up, I get to drinking again. When my head's messed up, I get to drinking again. Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Let me take you to the country, girl. Go way out where the blacktop ends. Little map down on this big old world. Introduce you to my mama and them. Ain't no high-rise or street lights, just moonshine and fireflies and stars showing off in your eye. What say we take that ride? So climb on up, let's fill that Stanley Cup with some of that gas station strawberry wine. It won't take much, you just might fall in love when that song starts to sneak through the pines. So get a little closer, baby, let a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town night. I'll take you to the country, girl. Yeah. Let me take you to the country, girl. Trade a little skyline for them hilltop views. Get a little back road a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town tonight. I'll take you to the country, girl. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Climb on up, let's fill your Stanley Cup, some gas station strawberry wine. It won't take much, you just might fall in love when that sun starts to sneak through them pines. So slide a little closer, baby, let a cowboy drive you crazy all around this small town tonight, and take you to the country, girl. Oh, the country, girl. I'll take you to the country, girl. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find another place like that. Ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her, ain't never gonna find her. My first one was an 83, handed down to dad, handed down to me. It's two-tone chrome and no AC, cigarette burns in the bench seat. The only guy with a set of keys, driving NASCAR fast to the Dairy Queen. Bonfires and burnt CDs, it was a soundtrack of 17. I found gold in a Silverado, a cloud of smoke down every road that I rode. Spending all of my money on gas back then. Roll top road, never felt so rich. I found gold in a Silverado. I turned 22, bought a new one used. It was Earnhardt black and her eyes were blue. We were hearts on fire in the bed of that truck. I can't believe my luck. I found gold in a Silverado, a cloud of smoke down every road that I rode. She was holding my hand, I was stealing her kiss. Bull top road, never felt so rich. I found gold in a Silverado, in a Silverado. It's 100,000 miles since we've been there. When I grab the wheel, I feel like a millionaire. I found gold in a Silverado, a cloud of smoke down every road that I rode. She was holding my hand, I was stealing her kiss. Bull top road, never felt so rich. I found gold in a Silverado, in a Silverado.
All right, we have returned for Outlaw Non-Wing, the final portion of the program. I'll try to figure out how many heat races we're going to have as we have these, or how many qualifiers we're going to have as we get these guys lined in. I want to talk to Austin Black from, he's made his way to us from the Outlaw Wing portion of the show. You've been pretty good all night long, Austin. You got a lot better there at the end of that one, but that last stock race, the stock knowing you made a little sneaky move there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The outlaw race it surprised me, honestly. I ran a little different than I was. Probably should have ran a little deeper. but the stock cars for the stock races, wing was pretty good, but non-wing kind of got messed up a little bit with the wreck and wrecked out there. Gonna see what we can do in the outlaw non-wing and go from there. Hopefully we can lock in tonight for both outlaws and see what we can do with the stocks tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, you are you locked in for the wing stock?
I don't know. I don't know what Chris has for points locked in right now until I guess the night is over.
All right, man. We probably better let you get some laps in this non-wing category. I did see your comment on the music, man. I appreciate that. That is a really, really good friend of mine from down in Florida. His name is Reed Foley. He's on all of the music apps. So if you like his music, go and give him a follow and download some of his stuff. It's all pretty good. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Good luck out there in the outlaw non-wing.
Thank you.
Austin Black. Brett Strickler having a little fun right there. J.D. Brown. J.D. Brown is always quick. Now, we've seen J.D. Brown a couple of times, and he won one of the qualifiers earlier this evening. I want to say he won one of the stock non-wing qualifiers. Got it at the end down there. Maybe the last lap or two pass. If my memory serves. I'm getting old. My memory's not what it used to be. Looks like Adam Elby. Right out there, running around with him. We get same group of guys. Got about 24 of them in here. So I'm going to say that's probably 3 8-car qualifiers. If that's all that makes it, they may not have much in the way of soup tomorrow night. I want to say they had 30-some. I want to go back and look because we had 32 drivers from night one. James Turnbull picked up the most points. Night one, Tanner Pettit, Ryland Gray, Kendall Tucker, Blake Depanet were your top 5 in points. And also in there in 6th, Josh Pickle. He was the same with Depanet. So at least 3 more qualifiers is what it's looking like. We got 24 exact. Another quick reminder about tomorrow night. Tune in if you just want to see some good racing. The boys will be out at Sonoma Raceway in California in the Midwest Truck Series. Thursday night, we will be right back here. But we're also going to be doing a charity race. K.R. Stolf is going to jump on the network and run his portion of show for us. He's going to cover a race for the Midwest Truck guys. They're doing a charity race. All the proceeds to a GoFundMe. Young man that passed way before his time. And so a little pick me up to try to help the family out a little bit. Going to do a little GoFundMe race. So Thursday you'll have your pick of what to watch. I would be watching the shootout if it was me, but hey, I can't tell y'all what you like. Oh, LB and Low. They were kind of close. It's Ryland Gray right there in front of them. We'll see Ryland Gray hopefully next Monday. Make our way down to SageNet Center in the Tulsa Expo or Raceway and watch the Monday night portion of the Chili Bowl, which is always fun because it's the first night for prelims and it is also Race of Champions night. If you're not going to be able to make it, make sure you check it out on Flow. They'll cover every second of the 41st annual Chili Bowl. God, I've lost count. I've been going enough years, I've already lost count to what it is. I think it's 40 or 41. In fact, I think it's 41 to 41st. I know here for us at DRN, we are going to try to make it up and see some of our guys. We know that Ryland's on Monday. I still am waiting to hear from Matt Westfall about what night his prelim night is. But then Grady Chandler's got several cars. I think 4 going. And they're not all going on the same night. So we are fans of Grady Chandler racing. Couple of guys that have been on the network are going to pilot those cars in the Chili Bowl. LeBeau not in his yellow and green machine. He is going to be in a black, red, and white one. It's all white, really, with black and red trim on it. Get down here, get a little closer look. Jonathan Lowe, he's in his green and yellow. Got to take a look. Kendall Tucker. Man, Tucker is normally in something white. We've seen him in a couple black cars tonight, which is kind of odd for him as well. But all right, now it is time for qualifiers. 24 of them. I think we'll have 3 8-car qualifiers. And I can do math a little. It looks like that's exactly what we're going to have. It's going to be Chris Roberts and James Turnbull in the front row for qualifier number 1. Avila and Elby in row 2. Hine and Brown, Pettit and Case. Wow. I don't know if a qualifier could be more stacked than this one right here. Goodness gracious. 8 drivers, every single one of them. Plenty capable of going out here and picking up this win. This could be a packer. This could be like drafting. Wouldn't that be cool? On a 6th mile dirt oval. We'll see who flinches first. The first mistake is going to be that driver is going to not have a real good shot at this, I don't think. Unless they get lucky and catch a caution. So if somebody makes a mistake, it's going to cost them. Too many heavy hitters in this race right here. First of 3, final 3 qualifiers for the evening. And we're green flag racing. Good start for Roberts. Turnbull did not get a favorable launch right there. Avila, a little bump and grind. He's trying to get Roberts out of the way. Turnbull thought about trying to thread the needle. It didn't work out for him. Here comes Pettit. Pettit around the bottom, up the 3rd around Turnbull. Then gets a little shot in the pants, and now we're going to get caution. So we're going to go watch, and we're going to watch this from the beginning of 1 and 2. Pettit in low, kind of wheel to wheel with Turnbull. Gets down to 3 and 4. A little push on the push bar, and that hangs up Elby, and that hangs up Pettit. It hung up Mason Hine. So that may be what hurts Pettit and Elby and keeps them from winning. Non-wing outlaw qualifier number 1, as it looks like Turnbull is going to join them at the back of the field. Avila to the point. Roberts is 2nd. Brown, Case, Hine, then Pettit, Elby, and Turnbull in that order. As we're back to green flag racing with 6 laps. Make it 8 laps to go. Well, I didn't think we got more than 2 laps in there. Little dogfight. Pettit tried to stick his nose in there on Case, and Case was having none of it. Now gets into the fence on the outside. Tumble. That's all behind the field. Hine caught a piece of that. That car looks like suspension broken on that one. He is going to struggle to get that car around here, but we're going back towards the front because Chris Roberts, J.D. Brown, we're going at it now. We're catching a caution. Ooh, Tanner Pettit. Looks like he is going to have more problems. That's Adam Elby, 74 behind Pettit. And Elby was up on the berm, came down and just barely caught that push bar. Turned him around. Then Mason Hine into the tire barrier around that pillar right there as you get ready to go up the ramp. And that was a hard impact. That's going to do it for Hine. Pettit and Elby will go back to 5th and 6th. They'll be behind Avila, Roberts, Brown, and Turnbull. And I still think we have about 5 laps to go here. It has been a long night, guys. Out of 4, back to green flag racing. We are halfway. Still 5 laps to go. Chris Roberts got a pretty good run through 1 and 2. I thought he was going to get the launch. Looked like that car set down to the right rear, and he was going to get some bite, but he did not come out of the top of turn 2 with a whole lot of momentum. Tanner Pettit got around Turnbull. Those two are going to get hung up again like a couple of dogs in the summer heat. And we're going to watch because they are going to do it again. That time didn't work out for Turnbull. He got it going again. We're down to 2 to go. Avila right behind him. Roberts is still second. White flag coming out. J.D. Brown trying to close in on Chris Roberts. Avila looks like he'll pick up the win pretty easily through 3 and 4. Will Roberts hang on for second? Yes, he does. Brown third, Elby fourth. Then Pettit will come on 5th. Turnbull behind that. Hine and Case 7 and 8. We get ready for our second qualifier. It'll be LeBeau and McMillan on the front row. Hazel and Austin Black. We talked to Austin between events here. He starts outside row 2. Huffman and Henselman in row 3. And Lowe and Pickle in the 4th and final row for this one. I do not see Huffman yet on the grid, but sometimes these guys like to surprise me and pop in late. And he does. Just now popped onto the grid. So we'll watch him roll away. Couple of warm-up laps. LeBeau looks like he is dropping to the back. So LeBeau will come off of pole position, and he is going to drop all the way back to 8th. As we'll get ready to start qualifier number 2. Connor Hazel with a good start. Oh, my. We have got all kinds of crazy action going on. That was McMillan that got way out of shape. And Jonathan Lowe is going to end up. I want to go back and watch this whole thing because this was a little wild right from the get. Oh, 5 picked the front end up a little. That turned McMillan around, and then it was just chain reaction upon chain reaction behind that. So now we see what happened. And when McMillan jumped on the throttle, it picked that front end up, and he had no steering. He shot to the right. Or I think it was Huffman maybe that did that. It wasn't McMillan. It was Huffman, the 5 car. And he kind of got that whole thing going there. So he's going to go to the back with Jonathan Lowe. We didn't even get a lap in. I think it's going to score us 1 lap, so we'll have 9 to go because we did get across the start-finish line before all that mayhem. Hazel, McMillan, Black, Henselman, Pickle, LeBeau, Lowe, Huffman.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, good start, but then Hazel drug the fence trying to get it lined up to get into turn 1. Didn't cost him anything. McMillan wasn't close enough to capitalize. Austin Black still in 3rd. Pickle is trying to make a move. He's going to the bottom, and he just can't keep that left rear tire in the tacky stuff. This time, 2, 3, and 4 did a pretty good job of it. That got him a whole lot closer to Black. Side by side, they're going to spin out at the front.
Caution is out.
Hazel and McMillan getting together here. I got to wonder did 27 get just a little sideways up in that fluffy stuff. Yeah, he lost a little momentum. McMillan had a good run, and the right front went in between the left side tires. And Tyler Henselman. Tommy Tipover. And that'll put him up on the hook and into the infield pretty quickly there. So, qualifier number 2 getting off to an auspicious start here. We only got 3 or 4 laps into this thing, and we've already worked our second caution. We'll have one more qualifier after this, and that'll close our night out for night number 2 of the DOB 2026 Tulsa Shootout. It'll be a short soup program tomorrow. We will not be here for it, but when we come in on Thursday, all 24 cars in all 4 classes, and they'll be ready for their A mains. Who gets the virtual drillers? You'll have to tune in Thursday to watch. Restart. Black's got the point. Now we're going to have another caution out behind this. Huffman and Lowe, I think, are who it ends up being. They're nose to tail here. We got a little accordion action going on at this start. I don't think I have to explain it. Y'all saw it was just a little wheel-to-wheel contact getting into one, and that barrier doesn't stick out necessarily into the racing surface, but if you get the right rear up there too close, it'll definitely grab you and twist you in. So, little contact, little bump and grind, and I think Jonathan Lowe's car is damaged pretty good too. He's already in the infield. So struggle busing our way through our second qualifier for Outlaw Non-Wing. They're into the bump and grind situation as we get ready to restart. They're going to get it spread out a little bit. Tell you what, Huffman is getting some really good starts. He's able to get alongside some of these guys and get himself into passing positions. He's going to get a little push in the pants for that right rear. Coming through 1 and 2 last time. Black and Pickle were side by side coming out of turn 2. They're still side by side. This time Pickle paying the price. Got that right front up into the left rear of Black's car, and it spun him up onto the berm, and that'll take him from 2nd to 6th real quick. We're down to 2 laps. Some more bumping and grinding going on. Huffman and McMillan, the 2 5 cars in the field, having just a little bit of contact. White flag is out. Austin Black trying to hang on and grab the win here. That was a full send. And Huffman pushes him out of the way, picks up the win. Black second, Hazel, McMillan, LeBeau, Pickle. And then Lowe and Henselman scored 7-8. So it's getting physical as we get later into the show. We've only got one more qualifier to go here. We'll line them up with Kendall Tucker and James Edens. On to that front row, Logan Rumsey, Blake Depinet in row 2, Rylan Gray and Dustin Steinman in row 3, and then William Clapp and Brett Strickler. Row 4, another fully stacked out heat race here, or qualifier, I mean. Final 10 laps of night number 2. And there's James Edens in that black car again. Excuse me. That yawn kind of snuck up as soon as I opened my mouth. It came through. That's not fair. All right. Green flag coming out this time. 10 more laps. Final qualifier of the night. We're underway. Good start for Tucker. Great start for Rumsey on the inside of that second row as he got around Edens quick. Rylan Gray into the 4th spot behind Edens. And then Depinet, Steinman, Clapp, and Strickler. It is a tight pack getting around here. They are all on the same straightaway together, 2 laps in. Strickler got a little wide in 1. He's going to stay 8th. He tried to make a run on the high side, and it didn't work out for him. We're getting single file here. We're going to go back and look. William Clapp back here running 7th, right in front of, or I'm sorry, he's right at the tail end of that. Strickler did get the car wide. It cost him a lot because the leaders are behind him. He did not get going very good after getting wide down there in 1 and 2 a couple laps ago. Now he's fighting to stay on the lead lap. He needs a caution. I don't know that he's going to get one. Rumsey on the inside coming out of 2 had to pedal the car, and it let Tucker have a big run to grab the lead back. Rumsey has not done. There's Strickler into the fence. Caution coming out. We'll go see exactly what happened. I think he catches the fence coming out of 4, and he plants it into the turn 1 barrier down there. Yep, it's exactly what I thought I saw happen. That'll knock your fillings out. So we're going to slow it down. It was a pretty good battle going on at the front. Rumsey had that inside line working, and Tucker was using the momentum line to keep the lead, but he wasn't keeping it by more than half a car. Tucker, Rumsey, Gray, Edens, Depinet, Steinman, Clapp, and Strickler is back on the racetrack, but he is shown a lap down. That may change when we get back up to green flag racing, but we're going to have a couple of laps for a shootout here. I think we're going to have 3 laps. We'll see. We were working lap number 8, maybe coming to 9, so we might get green and white together here. 3 laps to go. I felt like it was more than that, but yeah. Good deal, race control. 2 to go this time. Tucker got a great start. Rumsey not in a position to put a lot of pressure on him. That is Steinman working the high side, and he almost had it around Depinet. We're going to get caution again. I don't know what the caution is for. It looks like this time Strickler took it to the infield. That may have been what it was for. He got the car out of shape, got it up on the berm, but just enough it was hanging out sideways right there. So we'll slow it down. We'll get a 2-lap shootout. I think the 3 qualifiers for Outlaw Non-Wing have had more cautions than almost every race tonight. Still been a pretty good night of racing overall. This track is very small, very quick. I mean, it's can get you dizzy pretty fast going around here. Well, we're getting ready to go back to it. Tucker's still out front. We'll see if Rumsey can get a little better start this time. He did a not, or Tucker with a perfect timing. Rumsey tried to time it up, missed it when he jumped off the throttle. Tucker all over the throttle and away he went. White flag coming out this time. Tucker looks like he is on his way to another qualifier win here tonight, and he'll get it done. In the Outlaw non-wing class in qualifier number 3, Rumsey second, Gray, Edens, Depinet, Steinman, Clapp, and Strickler rounding things out. Well, that is going to do it for us on night number 2, folks. Make sure that you tune back in on Thursday for all of the features, as they will finish locking the last few cars in tomorrow night through all of the soup and the LCQs. If you're so inclined, come and see us tomorrow night with the Midwest Truck Series as they get hit the road course out in Sonoma, California. The one road course on the schedule each season. And this time they go to Sonoma. So make sure you tune in for that. And then otherwise, tune in with us on Thursday night, either myself or KR. And come watch some more racing. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there is no reason to do this without all the great leagues giving us awesome racing each and every night to cover. There's nothing to cover, so a high five and a pat on the back all the way around for that. Till you come and see us again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down until